Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at Patterson-UTI energy. This is a stock analysis request from one of the followers, and I wanted to let you know that anyone can make these requests and I will most likely cover them, especially if there is an actionable trade setup to follow. Now in the case of this chart, we actually have a horrible structure, especially on the larger time frame. I suppose we could consider this a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, and then here could be an A, B, C pattern developing. Other options, well, I suppose we could just plain up assume that this would be an initial wave 1 up or a wave A. We could be looking for a correction afterwards in a wave B, and then we would be looking out for the support zone area between the $8.5 level all the way down to the 78.6% retracement at the $1.7 level, which we did hold, and we did even create quite a strong and nice reaction to the upside from that point. But unfortunately, the structure that has formed to the upside is not a 5-wave structure. At best, I can consider that it would be a 1, 2, 3, 4th, and the 5th that could still work out. Yeah, this is technically still a possibility that we could be tracking, but I have to warn you that we are right at the bottom of the support zone for such an interpretation, and in this case we would have had the entire support zone area between the $12.3 level all the way down to the 61.8% retracement at the $5.4 level to find support and create the reversal to the upside. For now it holds, and yeah, sure, it even created a somewhat decent initial push this week, but nothing concrete, nothing too reliable. If we actually even look on the monthly, yeah, the momentum to the downside does still increase even on the RSI. Yeah, we see this as even a possible 1, 2, 3 complete. We could be looking out for a wave 4 correction and then another 5th wave to the downside, which, yeah, having a 5-wave structure to the downside at this point would warn us that we could be looking for, of course, a retracement, a correction in a follow-up wave 2 or wave B, but it also warns us that we should be watching out for continuation to the downside afterwards. Now, if we actually check some extensions in this idea, we can see that we got past the 138.2% extension to the downside in this supposed wave 3. Now, I will be tracking for now both scenarios, and whichever works out, well, good for it. I don't think this is necessarily a very interesting chart to trade. Yeah, this is a high risk area, but of course it is at the bottom. I mean, not even a high risk, it is a low probability setup, although it is at the bottom of the support for direct continuation to the upside. Other interpretations could work out. This could work out as part of a larger diagonal structure. This could work out as an A, B, C pattern. Yeah, even if we fall below the 61.8% retracement, we could still be tracking other interpretations. But for now, I would like to solely focus on these ideas where, yeah, we could still be facing an additional low here in a 5th wave after we complete a correction now in a wave 4. And in this idea, in the wave 4, we expect to find resistance between the $6.7 level all the way up to the $10.5 level at the 61.8% retracement, where if we manage to break that, it would be a good sign that at least this straight move to the downside is coming to a stop. Yeah, very likely in that case, but it doesn't prevent it from forming a larger structure that could still take us to the downside afterwards. But yeah, not within this interpretation, not within this count, and it wouldn't have after that point, it wouldn't have the risk of having a 5-wave structure to the downside that would warrant, after a correction in a 3-wave pattern, continuation in this idea, in this structure to the downside. Now, as I was saying, other interpretations are possible. We could be watching out for a general support area for something like a wave B, but this isn't something that I would focus on either, because in the end you would just be trading a 3-wave structure. Yeah, you would basically be trading a possible wave B on the larger time frame. Yeah, this could still extend into an A, B, C very easily, and those are generally preferred to be avoided. They don't tend to have the best returns. They have awful structure and they can take very many shapes and forms. So for now, you do have this area of support as well between the $7.8 level all the way down to the $2.8 level. But for now, I would solely focus on the 61.8% retracement, and if that fails, I think sitting back and just watching for a bit until the structure clears up is the best idea. And yeah, to the upside you have this resistance, so you have the support, you have the resistance, these are the levels, this is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.